Hi YouTubers, it's Jennifer coming at you with a fun-filled video. I would like to take the time tonight to address mental health issues, particularly psychiatric evaluations. So if you've never done one, let me turn down my music here. Just wanted some background fun stuff. If you want to know what video I'm watching, it's really cool. Anyways. Psychiatric evaluations. If you've never had one, let me just say that they are very long and daunting. You basically can go from anywhere from 3 hours to 5 hours, depending on your state, who's giving them, the facility. I just want to also point out that my lighting sucks right now, and I apologize for that. So if you could leave comments below on that. If you can hear my music in the background, that's anyways, going on. So basically, the psychiatric evaluation, you go in and you sit down and you do your initial assessment, which is your background, your family problems, have you ever been on medication, have you ever been hospitalized, do you have a substance abuse problem, etc., etc. It's really boring. After that, you sit there and you take a 500 some plus questionnaire. Yes, it is that long. They ask things that you end up spending too much time on one question. I did this. Don't do that. Basically, go with your first instinct is what they told me. Because there's questions like, should all criminals be justified the same way? It's like, well, are you considering criminals, murderers in the same category as like jaywalkers or DWIers? Are you considering child abusers in the same category as people who get failure to appear? So it's a judgmental thing. And then there's another thing that says, do all criminals, do you feel, are punished equally? Like if you have all the money in the world, let's say Casey Anthony, O.J. Simpson, they get away with murder. Let's just, and a lot of other criminals, So those are some of the questions. And then they have the normal ones. Do you feel depressed? Do you feel happy? Etc., etc. After all of that is done, then you get to the cognitive part. And it's anywhere from building blocks, like you put them in a little area and make them, little whatever. They do not do ink blocks. I wish they did. That would be kind of cool. But they do word associations, analogies, number sequences where you have to do them forwards, backwards with letters, which is kind of hard, but they want to test your memory. Once all of that is done, then you do a last minute, like, little follow-up thingy, and they tell them who's ever initiating it that they'll get the results in like a week or two. Now, normally, like in my case, I had it court ordered, so I won't get the results. Who's ever court ordering it will get the results. Now, my individual therapist, can discuss the results with me, but I cannot see the results. So if you go on your own and do a psychiatric evaluation, depending on your insurance, depending on Medicaid, I don't know all the logistics of that. I can look into that if anybody wants me to. I can leave that in the comments below. Anyways, oh, by the way, if you're looking at my picture behind me, yeah, I've had that like forever and ever. I don't even remember where I got it from, but it's really cool. That's the set of points. So yeah, that's pretty much it. It lasts from 3 hours to 5 hours. It's very long. You don't go into it with an attitude problem. That's the first mistake. Don't sit there and say, oh, I'm going to ace this. It's not a test of fail or pass. It's just basically a test to test your memory, to see where you are with cognitive things. Like, because some people don't know if you have a seizure, and you lose consciousness. I mean, you may not be able to, function very well. Or let's say you've had a stroke, like at a young age, and so that helps. If you have mental health issues, like I do, and I'll get into those videos later, it helps to properly diagnose me and to help me say if I need medication or not. And if the therapy that I'm doing now is currently working, or should we increase it or decrease it or go a different direction. So that's what I want to say, is that psychiatric evaluations are not a pass-fail. They do help immensely. It's not something that you really need to get well rested beforehand. I do recommend it just because it is really long. I was there from 11:30 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. So yes, it was very long. Anyways, I'm rambling. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or thoughts, or just say, hey, your lighting sucks, or whatever, please leave those comments below. And I apologize. And like and subscribe to my page, please, if you like me, if I'm helping out in any way. And have a great night. I will be back at you later. Bye.